Ujoro INEC, why do you think the INEC is working for Tinubu and the APC Idris Abdulkarim?
If the president is sure that he is not emasculating INEC, then let him immediately sanction 1. Electronic voting, 2. Diasporan voting, 3. That only PVC and not ID card be used for voting, 4. INEC should start the registration of new political parties immediately, because that is how true democracy works. It be like say, INEC they work for Tinubu. It be like say, INEC they work for APC. It be like say, INEC they work for Tinubu. It be like say, INEC they work for APC. If not lie, why you go legalize voting without PVC? If not lie, why you don't want register political parties? If not lie, why you don't want use electronic vote? If not lie, why you dey use judiciary to suppress us? Ojoro, 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 we don't trust INEC at all. Ojoro, 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 2027.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Happy Saturday. No heavy politics conversation today. I just now go give me gist of wetin dey happen. Wetin be the rundown. Wetin be the things when they happen since. I've been out of the loop most of the day today. I thought to just come in and check in with you guys. How's everybody doing? I hope you're having a chilled, relaxed Saturday. It be like say the sun, you just come down. Say, I wanna be neighbors. 104 degrees. God damn. It's been very, very hot here. Honestly, no joke. You dey hot like fire. Hey, now wow. So anyway, how everybody dey? How na dey? Hope you're having a chilled Saturday. Me, I dey chill like as they say they chill for village. You know what I'm saying? Hi everybody. I hope you guys are good. Hope everything is good. Wetin be the word on the street when I dey hear person? I dey talk to a person and like say Patient Jonathan, he say apparently the people when she lock up for prison, she dey pay make they keep them there. Yeah, now wow. I don't know say those people, I don't know say patients still get wickedness for bone like that though. I was very shocked when I heard that. I'm like, Patient Jonathan. And so nobody's talking about that one at all. Those people are just there. Nobody's even saying anything. Wow. I don't know. The kind of things when they have every day, one thing on the other, back to back. I hear say they go, what do they call it? That 30-kilometer road when they built. I hear say they go commissioner today. That's what I heard. Word on the streets. I don't know. Is it true? Did you people watch it? Me, I didn't have any interest. I don't watch anything T-Pain. I'm not interested. Count me out. But I hear say they go commissioner today. The 30-kilometer are out of 700 and something kilometers. Only 30. Now they do. Now they do party. They waste money. They do another set of. Anyway, a government of waste and for my pocket only. So it is expected. It's expected. I mean. What will you expect from a wasteful government? Nothing but waste. So maybe they chop sha. The only thing when I will talk is maybe they continue to the chop. 2027 not sure for them. In fact, they don't lose them already. I don't know. They don't already lose them. 2027, T-Pain is going, whether I like them or not. You understand? All the people when they follow and work, they feel they fun, they feel they lie to them, they pump them up, they tell them say, don't worry, Baba, you never where, it's not going anywhere. You push your time to go and pack. All the money is packed, you should just be packing it. It's okay. We dey here, we dey watch, we'll see how far that money go. girl don't land. Tracy of life. Oh no. How you doing? How your Saturday? How's everything? I bet wetin be the gist now. Una go give me gist. So wetin dey happen? I've been out of the loop all day. Wetin dey happen? When you dey play? How far? What's up? What's popping? What's cracking, man? How na Saturday dey go? It's very hot over here, but we dey manage am. Thank God for AC, but omo, no play go outside. If you play go outside, you're on your own. The sun is our neighbor right now. If you by mistake make am vex, go shine directly into your house to tell you who is boss. Oh, by the way, I heard something that they're trying to block out the sun in England. Do you people hear anything like that? I thought that was really weird. You want to block out the sun? How the plants want to grow? Without the sun, things will die. Yo. I don't understand. They think this thing well, so I don't know. Did anybody hear that? Walai, Tracy, one term only. One term, omo, make you arrange your clothes. Who know and I mean they go tell her, make they arrange all that in Babariga when they wear. Make go there, and the one where you understand, all those one wey they see when stay full, may pack everything. 2027, he ain't coming back, man. He's not coming back. Me from there, go stay down with Macron. I sure say they get house for her to go stay. Oh, by the way, now yes, say military allegedly France people they this thing. The boots they this thing. Not. I even hear I saw somewhere that Langley guy, that General Langley, apparently he made a comment to guys. Let me see. I think I saved it. Una hear say before I even get there, una hear say you understand today na for gossip and I'm not really dey big on gossip, but wetin dey happen sha. French embassy donate 1 million euro grant to 19 Nigerian CSOs. Abeg, who be the CSOs when they give this grant to? Una know them? Abeg, una put their name for comment section because I don't know them. I was shocked. 1 million. France not get money. When they take see 1 million euro. Maybe na make that. Maybe na make him wife slap her for mat. Maybe they tell her say, how you go? Voulez-vous, vous avez, you gonna give 1 million euro. Voilà vous, voilà si. C'est un bastard. Now he's pinch her for mat, slap her. You know hear anything like that? It ain't news. They say French embassy donate 1 million. People's Gazette. Go check it out. I'm reading from People's Gazette that it donates 1 million euro grant to 19 Nigerian CSOs. I bet who them be? Who are the CSOs? Are they suspected maybe not making wife pinch and format? To be honest, you tell and say voilà do not know we are suffering in France. No light. You understand? Things are not going well. The luxury life I was living, you cut down. You don't cut them down to size where you take see £1 million. Make I see whether I go fit talk am for French well. Because I know say Tracy dey vex for me right now. Make I talk am for French. May I shock Tracy. Now she say na only una sabi speak French. Translate. Baba, we'll learn French together today. French to English to French. I be sabi this French. Omo. Tracy for not you for not fit call they speak language for me now. What? You gave these monkeys what be euro sign? How euro sign be? Okay, euro sign, euro sign. Okay, fine. Euro sign. 1 million euro for what? Okay now. Quoi? Hey! Osaloba. Quoi? Tu as donné $1 million à ces singers? Pourquoi? Pourquoi? Hey, if you are now, now who is this? If you dey ask who is this? If you ask me, now who I go ask? The matter you see so, e heavy for mouth. No be me go talk am, e get as e be. Oh, if you ask me, now who I go ask? Abi, na repeat boy. So I should say na that one. The way I see that one, I say, what? You carry money when we not get, go give these people? You carry money when we not get, go give these people? Now, maybe you not fair know before. You understand? And when they travel, now you know. Now you carry that match, you squeeze it in. And I say, I dey vex for you. You can't carry, pinch him out, squeeze am, turn am around 360 degrees. He say, you know, sir, they beat you since. You know, sir, I be your teacher, they flog you. Don't worry, more reach out. I go show you who is boss. I'll remind you, you carry 1 million. You go carry, must speak the French again. Quoi? Hey! Quoi? Eh? Tu as donné $1 million d'euros à ces singers? Tracy, not laugh. If you laugh me, I beg you not speak French pass like this, okay? Pourquoi? May we reach house. That's so you talk. Rosezi, welcome. Nigeria matter not reach me person nowhere. Mona talk true. All of una wey dey here. How many of una were for here? Mona raise una hand. I want know. Mona tell me say, Mona brag to me say Nigeria matter no dey, you know get anything they do for una, do to una. Anyway, every Nigerian, whether you know am or not, e dey low key dey affect person. Anyway, as I was saying. Tracy, yes now, because very soon now you come dey want to dey correct my French. I just say may I give you a heads up, not try am. Your French not sweet pass like this. So now, so French embassy donate 1 million grants to 19 Nigerian CSOs. Abeg, who be the CSOs? Can somebody do investigative journalism? Can we figure out? Can we find out who these 19 CSOs are? Because it's all shrouded in secrecy. We don't know who they give the money to. Whether not voicemail money, you know, as I say they do with their NGOs, as Orange Man exposed them. Well, all that NGO money, when they carry and give them, they go take their own. They still get percentage when they take off the top, right? And then they go share them with all these useless politicians of our country. Then they go pocket the rest. You know, they ever reach the people. Not be say we need the NGO anyway. All those ones now just SPV to siphon money. You understand? Okay now. Anyway, may I just play one video like that? You know, say you know, guys, who want to do one must talk politics. Someone are nervous. Even though not chill Saturday with this, you know, whatever we want to talk about, whatever you guys want to talk about, that's what I'm going to talk about. So if you have any topic you want us to address, put it in the comment section. I will definitely talk about it, you know. But the waiting I see now will bring come now. Now I'm going to listen to Isaac Fayoshe. Are they like as they give them bumper to bumper now? So I came across a video of his talking. So I'm going to play that video.
With 7th President Tinubu 2 years in office has scored them 25% over 100. Nothing has changed. Local government autonomy that they gave us that we celebrated. Audio. How many local government chairmen don't get money directly now? Nothing has changed. State police now audio. Insecurity everywhere. Go to Benue, go to Plateau, go to Katsina, go to Kogi. Now, kidnapping, banditry, they are times 3. before they came in. Pounds, dollar, they don't go. Pounds this morning is 2,200. Nothing has changed. They said they increased minimum wage 70,000. Who can survive with 70,000? 30 pounds a month. Who can survive with that? Nothing has changed. They said they gave us coastal road. Out of 700 kilometers, they've only done 30%, 30 kilometers. That means it's going to take them 15 years to do that 700 kilometers. Nothing has changed. All we get now is political rascality, bullying people to turn Nigeria to one-party state. Those are the things that are changing. Nothing has changed. It's like they dug open grave for Nigeria. People are dying every day of malaria. They cannot afford drugs. Drugs has gone times 1,000. Lights in Nigeria now is 300% higher than before. Nothing has changed. There are 2 years is politics. Nothing else. Politics. Nothing has changed in 2 years of this administration. Let's not deceive ourselves. Insecurity everywhere. Nothing has changed. EFCC said they recover money. Ask them, where's the money? When they call billions, why are they still going out to borrow money from other countries? Why are they still borrowing money if they have recovered money? Corruption now in Nigeria is times 1,000. Before Tinubu came, corruption was going down. Now corruption has gone times 1,000 in Nigeria. Nothing has changed in the last 2 years. Don't be deceived. Nigerians are having stroke, hypertension, everything. Those are the things that are changing. Nothing. Judiciary is zero. It's government of party for party now. It's only opposition that is getting judgment. They are only getting judgment against opposition. Nothing has changed. The 2 years has caught them very, very low. All we can see now is campaigning in less than 2 years. Cage opposition, silencing voices. Those are the things that have changed. Nothing has changed in the last.
Sorry. Okay. Now, I don't know if you guys heard though. Siri no go join APC. I heard that they mount pressure now. Siri is the governor of Bayelsa State. They say inaugural change. Guys, please double tap the screen to like. Oh, I type am. Double tap the screen to like. So they say Siri of Bayelsa State, they are angry and they're trying to put pressure on him to join APC. The man is saying, lie, I will never. They are saying, what? What did you just say? What did you just say? You say waiting? The man say, is it Diri? Okay, thank you very much, Tracy. Thank you very much. Guys, please double tap the screen to like. They say no gree join, no. Then they put pressure. There's mounting pressure on him to join APC. Sheriff and Okowa and the rest of them trying to mount pressure on him, allegedly. So I don't know. Hey, APC conglomerate of thieves, drug dealers, unalivers, everything evil. Now that party dey. Everything evil. So let me see. I'll put this here pin. Okay. Then yes, Wuke, I hear say don't buy a fire back at Chibuike, Rotimi Amechi go somewhere, come they expose them. I get that video, make I play am. I could not bless in my mouth and I tell you all these things. You understand? Also now know Rotimi Amechi came to come and expose a lot of things. It's not something that we don't already know. You guys know. We already know all these things. We've already diagnosed it properly. But these people, they are not all right. Okay? So make I play wetin Rotimi talk, and then we'll come back to Wike's response to him with band. No say Wike dey waka around with band. Oh, so Nigeria politics. Hey, Madam Luke, Mama. Welcome, oh. Welcome. Yeah, make it clear.
Out in the wild, anything can happen. Someone dangerous. That's why we made this, the hiking safety tool. Strong enough to...
Advert. Hey, welcome, Mara.
Members of House of Friends, distinguished ladies and gentlemen.
Make I speed them
I want
up.
to start this conversation by thanking my wife.
I will speed them up.
Thanking God first. Thanking God first. Thanking my wife. And my three kids. And then thanking Dr. and Mrs. Peter. And then thanking my brother. My brother is 8, my brother is 7. Somewhere in the house. I'm thinking that will be stadium. And that's presenting in Yola. And I told him I will not work. And I will not lose. I cannot lose. I told him in advance. Why I'm saying this because people in the university are writing, he didn't work for PDP, he didn't work for APC, he didn't support Tinubu. I told him in advance before the election, so it wasn't a matter of whether I did or not. I made him know that because I was convinced that there was an issue of capacity. You have raised issues here. Most of those who raise the issue of capacity, some of us who are here raising issues of capacity, are also those who vote on ethnic and religious basis, or who spoil innocent, uneducated people who are poor to voting for people for the reasons of religion and ethnicity. That's why we are here. And let me tell you, it's a conspiracy of the elites. Forget, when we sit here, we look at what's the best way to go to grab power. We don't care for you. No Nigerian leader cares for you. And the reason why no Nigerian leader cares for you is because you will do nothing. You protested. At the end of the protest, the president announced increase in price of fuel because you will do nothing. It's an absolutely do nothing society. And you may not know. One of the reasons I committed was your level of knowledge. I respect people who are more brilliant than me. You, him, Professor Oleshe, you can ask the question at them. The reason, I don't know figures, so you know figures. And I respect you for the level of knowledge of economics. In fact, if you are not here and I was the president, you would have played a prominent role in the government I will serve. I don't care where you come from, for Christ's sake. It's about moving the country forward. We don't want to move the country forward. If you're not ashamed, I'm ashamed. My passport was seized in Germany. I did nothing. My offense is I'm carrying a green passport. They kept me for nearly 30 minutes. And I was going for medical check-up.
You not mention though.
Show us your hotel. Listen, I should. Show us the tour ticket. I should. Wait. Just because I'm carrying a green passport. So if you're not ashamed, I am. That's why I picked up this topic. And let me tell you why I picked up this topic. Nigerian leaders and elites are not the problems of Nigeria. The problems of Nigeria are the followership. The leaders, look, when we say Nigeria is a capital, there are no capitalists in Nigeria. Capitalists are those with capital to invest for production, to be produced here.
Bam.
Everybody relies on oil. Everybody wants to. That's why once you become president, you will see what will happen. As soon as you become president, you will not know Christians from Muslims. You will not. They are all coming towards you to just have a hand in the stealing. That's what happens. So I look at Nigeria and I ask myself, what are we actually doing here? Do we really want to be a country? If we want to be a country, I'll give you an example of my state government. I was shocked at the lady that I gave appointment. And I thought the lady was a destabilized Nigeria. Her only call to power was going to see the president and speaking Hausa Fulani language. And I was ashamed. Very ashamed. Because I was looking for those who can change the country. And I told her, I am putting you in this place because I want you to change that place. It doesn't matter whether all the people that served under me were from the north or south or east. What was important is how do you change this country? Growing up, you as young men, I will tell you what you didn't enjoy. Growing up, we had NANS meeting in Kano. We started the meeting 12 midnight, finished at 6 a.m. It's okay. Sir, SS does not arrest us. Each person go find your way back to BUK. We had it in a private house. I missed my way in Kano because I don't know where is BUK. I only saw somebody, a man from Kano. Where is BUK? The person took me to Kano, BUK. If it's not, they'll kidnap me. Look, the ordinary northerner who is a Muslim has no problem with the ordinary southerner who is Christian. It is when it comes to election, they will tell you, so let them show you in Islam, where it says, don't say with a Christian. They cannot show you. They will only do that and say, this man is a Muslim, go for him. Now you have Muslim ticket. Let Muslim market come up now. It can't. We are all hungry. All of us are. If you're not hungry, I am. You may laugh. So for us, the opposition, if you want us to remove the man in power, we can remove him from this power. When we are students, we organized the national protest against Babangida. We organized protests against Buhari. And believe me, there was no north and south in the students. The protest that shut down ABU, University of Nigeria and Soka, University of Lagos, the meeting took place in Kano. When we finished meeting at night, everyone was told to go back to the school and mobilize school. Once the National President addressed a press conference, all of us were on the street. You will see a northerner, young, handsome northerner, with a young, handsome southerner, feeling free and eating the same kind of food. Today, we are poisoning the minds of our young men. Even them can't even debate themselves. We were able to debate ourselves. Whatever I am today in terms of radicalism is not touching that water. Because if you read sociology of literature, it's about Marxism, it's about socialism. Yes, there are also capitalist ideas. In Nigeria, there are no capitalist ideas, there are no socialist ideas among the politicians. It's about sharing. The quarrel among the elites is about sharing.
Sciatic nerve pain. Do not drink cold water.
No, sir. We want to submit to the position if the position can lead us out of this problem. And for the position to get us out of this problem, we must agree. We must all agree to submit ourselves to the interest of the nation first, before the interest of ourselves. That's why I chose this topic. And I like the amendment you made. It's actually state weaponization, because it's not you. It's the state. Even though they're not deliberately weaponizing like he said. They don't have the idea. They don't know how to weaponize you. They don't know. But where the state comes in, it's that they don't know how to weaponize you. They are weaponizing in.
Can you welcome? What be the guy name? With Steve. What be the guy name? After this one, I will go look for. I will play Wiki response, and then I will play that one. If you fear me, find the person name, or I go look for him after.
By stealing the money they should have given you. If I'm a president, yes, some of the policies they are pursuing, I will pursue them. But ask what's the failure? The failure is the gains of those policies are in their private. If they bring those gains, okay, we are paying at the time we are paying close to 4 to 5 trillion naira for oil sourcing. So they've stopped. Why is the 4 to 5 trillion naira? If they dump it on the economy, you will not be crying. We are hedging naira, dollar, right? Between naira and dollar. Now you stop. Where is the savings? President Tinubu said it has what's it called? Our something has come to an end yesterday. This is not the president. Has anybody diet changed? How many of you can buy a cup of garden at the rate? No, the problem with Nigeria is if you said the last president was very bad, the incoming one will be worse. When the incoming one takes over, the one before him will have become the king. We will not be wishing that person took over. Because it is a country of sharing money. I thank you for coming. Trust me, I thank you. I thank you for coming. In fact, I came to you only once, and you obliged me to the request. Emir, I spoke to Emir on the phone. The rest of you, just once, people were telling me I should have called them several times. I said that, well, I was honored. I worked with General Buratai. I worked with Sadiq, and Sadiq was here. I didn't know you were from the north. I didn't give it down. You didn't even do game as if you were from the north. So this, gentlemen, let's see that. How do we solve the problem of the river states on security? You remember, okay, there should be roadblocks everywhere. Until somebody called me and said, look, nobody will invest in river state if you see roadblocks. And I met people. People said, you agree with me? I'm going to remove all the roadblocks. Nobody the was shocked. How can you remove roadblocks? We did. 2 policies. Insecurity is 99.9% poverty. When Boko Haram started, they said, they were anti-Christians. Is Boko Haram not killing Muslims? It is because hunger does not know religion. So Boko Haram was not selecting Christians and killing them. No. Boko Haram was killing both Muslims and
okay, thank you.
Christians. And let me tell you what I was taught in the university. I don't know if you're talking about. I'm sure she must have left. I was taught that it is rebellion. That is their own form of protest. They are protesting against the elites. So because they protest against the elites, they can't catch the elites. The elites have guns. Here, if you see them guns here to protect all of us, not to protect you. So when they look at us, they can't catch us. Who did they catch? They are follow poor men. And when I was governor, when there's an increase in insecurity, I know there's no money in the system. Where's Commissioner for Finance? My MSS is here. What I tell you, I said, go and release money, pay contractors, pay salary, pay money. And once you pay, insecurity will do what? So it's about poverty. It's about poverty. But currently, everybody wants to amass wealth. The current government and their agencies and work with it, they're not even afraid. If you see the kind of houses they're building, if they're not afraid, I am ashamed for them because they have no name. But they say in the university, they say, who name pay? So I thank you. I hope that all of us can come in the evening when we have the dinner. I thank those of you who have organized this session. I thank those of you who have come. I thank Governor Suswan and my colleagues. Governor Baja said that he was more radical than me, and he was older. And as an older radical, you are not a good radical because you're too old. So when he said I'm radical, he was more radical. I was impressed with Governor's forum. I thank you for giving me support today. Governor and all others, they pushed me on with their radical ideas. Maybe behind me, maybe you were talking about religion and this, but at the Governor's forum, we didn't do religion. We didn't do ethnicity. What we took was Nigeria. When we dissect Nigeria, some will support, some will oppose. Anybody, when we vote, once the majority takes the position, everybody will join the majority. So I thank my colleagues who have come here, and I thank the Emir of Duse and Emir of Kano. We are very, very close when we were Governor's forum. Me, Liel, and Udwan. was a good friendship that we did together, laid on the same listen together, and all that. So good day, thank you. I thank all those who have come from River State for this show, for this listen. And then today's dinner will be the last ceremony we will have. Once more, Your Excellency, the former Vice President. I'm grateful.
Okay, let me go over to Wike's response. Busybody. He not mention his name, oh, una hear him. He did not mention his name.
When he got there, he said he loves the Igbos, but he supported Atiku. He supported Atiku for president, not before. He refused to support Obi. He didn't know the Igbos then. You are supposed to support them. Look at. No wonder when he graduated from after 20 years of reading law, he graduated from this university. He went to the president, Mr. President, see my project I wrote. I acknowledge you there. Kai.
Number 10 is this.
So what's his problem now? Exactly. Well, he has a point though. I mean, why did Amechi not support Peter Obi? That's true though, in a way. Right? But body they pepper him because let me see. All of them say they no say Peter Sabi, they no support her. Amechi, everybody don't they come around now. So it debut. I'm trying to find this video. He's an APC propagandist. Yeah, he is. Guys, Nigeria, they get a lot of cultists for that country. I never see. It's crazy. There's a lot of cults. These politicians, they are not human beings. You say na Arise News. Kenny, I not see Amo. Arise News today with Steve. Is it a live? Maybe it was during their live. That means I'll have to go into the live and dig it out. With Steve. Welcome, Annie. How now? Greetings, my sister. Welcome. Oh, is it the one? No, can't be. This one says Northern leaders forge common front to unseat T-Pain. Amid new 8 billion investments, Tinubu, whatever. Okay, wait. Let's see. It looks like it was 15 hours ago. Assessing Tinubu's economic policies after 2 years. Maybe not be this. I never see the guy named Shah.
We're Phoenix Energy, a family-owned oil company focused on unleashing American oil from North Dakota and Montana.
Okay, it is. I found it.
Well,
Holy
Ajia
Mary,
Lagos,
welcome,
Nigeria's commercial
sis.
hub, was again brought to a practical traffic standstill on Wednesday this week when President Bola Tinubu was about town hosting his brother heads of state in the Economic Community of West African States to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the regional body. The second of a similar traffic chaos.
No mind them, Holy Mary. That's what I said. Wike they come out now, they talk, right? Why Nana you know say Peter Obi na Igbo? Why not? And it's true. You understand? It is true. You call out people's hypocrisy. Amechi not see at that time. They knew the right thing. Why did they not do it? In mouth they run now. Well, it is the Nigeria that we have found ourselves in. Now true you talk. Now they talk. Nigerians are too docile. It not be Nigeria. Why make it lead? That they forbid other people when they call themselves elite for other countries. That they put their body on the line when necessary. See what Elon Musk do. You start close to power. Make sure say T-Pain win so that the Trump win so that he go get in ear. How many of the elites go do that one? Useless people. Anyway, we will listen to this one.
Chaos in a matter of months. Many Lagosians and indeed Nigerians from all walks of life visiting the metropolis on business were again left counting the cost of losing precious man-hours against the backdrop of an increasingly unstable economy. The development also seems to have provided additional ammunition to the president's critics, who continue to insist that there is a widening gulf between his repeated assurances to Nigerians and how his administration actually relates with the public.
Well, we are now being joined here on the morning show to assess the impact of President Tinubu's policy direction in the economy over the past 2 years, as well as his latest request for an external loan. We're being joined by Eze Onyekbere, an author, economist, and development lawyer. Good morning. You're welcome to the morning show.
My pleasure.
Absolutely. Well, let's begin with fact or optimism. The worst is over. Give us a generic analysis, just to begin this conversation, of President Tinubu's presidency, I would say, at the midterm as it pertains to subjects like inflation, public debt, and the likes, the cost of living crisis as well. How would you say the president has fared over the last 2 years?
Let me start by saying that it appears administration, by their judgment, is committing some level of fallacy. Yes, fuel subsidy needed to go. Yes, we needed to float the naira. These are premises that will lead us into the next step, which is like you free up resources for more investments in infrastructure, in education, in health, and other areas of human activity. So the fact that you are raising more money does not translate into improvements in these sectors. So in essence, what I see happening is that the government is mistaking activities and outputs as outcomes and results. So they have taken the steps, but it has not translated into improved welfare for the generality of Nigerians. Yes, also, we have more money available to the states and the federal government, but it is yet to translate into improvements in livelihoods. And then that brings us to the issue of the debt. I mean, the proposal to borrow more. There is a little bit of worry here, because in the president's speech, he made mention of the fact that he has moved revenue to GDP from 10 to about 13%. So it means we are now raising more money, including the savings that we have made from removal of fuel subsidy. And there is also the bills in the National Assembly, which more or less will enhance the revenues through taxation that will come into government coffers. So when you look at this background of increasing revenue available to the government without even seeing much in terms of improvements in government service delivery, and then you match it against the plan to borrow this humongous amount of money, which is running in naira terms between 40 and 50 trillion naira, you begin to ask yourself, is it the right thing to do? Is it the right way to go? And then looking at it also very dispassionately, you have to look at the laws and policies that are guiding borrowing, particularly the Fiscal Responsibility Act. It says that borrowing should only be for human development or capital expenditure, although there was an amendment that tried to introduce some nebulous terms into the idea of borrowing. But definitely the idea of human development and capital expenditure is to ensure that you borrow and invest in critical sectors that will build capacity in the economy, so that when it is time to repay, you have earned more revenue and more capacity to be able to repay. So the more you borrow and invest properly, the more your economy should be growing. But this has not been the case with Nigeria, because if you look at the current debt profile of about 140-something trillion, in God's name, who can show us capital projects or human development investments worth 140 trillion in the whole of Nigeria? That's not possible. So what we're saying in essence is that the law should be followed meticulously. And then it talks about a cost-benefit analysis of each of the projects that you want to borrow for and where you are going to put in the investment.
If you've recently been injured in a car accident that wasn't your fault, I've got...
The room is that Section 48 of the Fiscal Responsibility Act critically says that the federal government should ensure full and timely disclosure. Underline those words, full and timely disclosure, and wide publication of all activities and decisions affecting revenue or expenditure. Now, the implication of this is that if you want to borrow, the cost-benefit analysis should be in the public domain, not only with the legislature, because I've never seen any cost-benefit analysis of any project for which we are borrowing. Secondly,
the actual projects for which you are borrowing should also be in the public domain. You want to borrow for railway, Abuja, Kaduna, Abuja, Kano, so that everybody sees what exactly you are borrowing for. And when you have access to this information, it puts Nigerians in a position to now make informed contributions as to the propriety of the request for borrowing, whether it should be approved or not. But we are left in the dark, like people on the night bus. There is no information about the project, so just general statements, oh, you want to invest in critical infrastructure. Ask yourself, what has been the result of investments done in the past?
For setting the tone for the interview, and I like the questions that you have raised and the core of your analysis. But I'm wondering if you can share more details, in terms of your thoughts regarding the midterm, assessment of the president. When you say that the benefits have not been felt by the people, in what specific terms, in which specific areas are you referring to? If subsidy has been stopped in fuel distribution, part of the savings and the money that the government claims is now available to the states is what you also alluded to. And so my question will be, what do you think that the government has left undone, which might be directly or indirectly be the reason why Nigerians are not feeling the impact of the reforms yet? And then secondly, given your explanation on the cost of the cost benefits of the debt that federal government would soon incur, I'd like you to explain, if you understand fully, what the federal government is trying to do in terms of the borrowing plans for the next 2 years, which is the reason why they have now asked the assembly, to approve. I think that where they are, and given the explanation that they are giving, is that they are not at the point where they are specifically borrowing for any project. All they are doing now is to ask for the authority of the National Assembly to borrow between now and the end of next year. And when each of the borrowings will now have to come, the specific explanations and cost-benefit analysis will follow as per each borrowing. Part of what they are saying is that for this year, for the remaining part of this year, they are not likely to borrow anything more than $1 billion or $2 billion, that the majority of the borrowings will come next year. Are you satisfied with that sort of explanation, or do you think that the government is just not doing enough?
Let me start from what the government should have been done upon the removal of fuel subsidy. If you recall, the much maligned Gogol General Abacha, when he removed a few kobbos from fuel subsidy, he set up the PTDF that was led by former President Muhammadu Buhari. When also Jonathan removed a few nairas from the fuel subsidy, he set up Shopee. So there were concrete things that we are seeing where those monies were targeted, at least some part of the money. Now, Tinubu removed fuel subsidy hook, line, and sinker. Not a single kobo was left on the subsidy. What is the name of the intervention where the money is going? Nobody knows. I mean, the CNG initiative is all a mantra. One had expected that at least the kits and the conversion who have been subsidized by government to enable Nigerians who are so poor to move over, okay, and then reduce the cost of transportation. One would have expected targeted investments in health. For instance, covering the health insurance of the poorest of the poor under the Basic Healthcare Provision Fund. More of those resources could have been targeted. One could have also expected more improvements in the level of education infrastructure and teaching, okay, not just education loan stuff. Because the education loan program is even a bill that was started during the Buhari days. It's not a Tinubu administration bill, although he was the one who signed it into law. And you can even see that it's not a sustainable idea, because at the end of the day, you have to get work, get employed, earn an income before you can pay back, unless the government is ready to continue putting in money without the sustainability idea. So in essence, government was supposed to plow back a good portion of that money that was saved from fuel subsidy in places that Nigerians can begin to see and feel the impact. But that has not been done. Now, getting back, okay, to the borrowing idea and what they are telling us from the Minister of Finance, I think this is, with utmost respect to those who crafted that statement, they believe Nigerians are little kids that don't understand. Because even the idea of borrowing started at the medium-term expenditure framework. And now the letter they have sent to the National Assembly contains specific projects.
This brilliant device keeps your home cool in summer, even during heat waves and power outages.
Contains specific projects. I sent a staff of mine yesterday to the National Assembly to get a copy of those specific projects. But the person that we met, the room that they met, said they have instructions not to release it to Nigerians. So it is not true that they are not going to start borrowing. When you bring a letter and accompany it with specific projects, what else are you doing? Once you are giving that approval, you can do it anytime. You can do it tomorrow. You can wait until 2006, 2026. So that's not true. So what we are saying in essence is that from previous experience, most of the money we have been borrowing, we are not necessary. And some that were necessary, we are frittered away because they were not in the public domain. Nobody knew. For instance, look at the bulk of the money we took for sifters, a particular World Bank program. It was supposed to be for reforms. What are we reforming? States have to draft audit laws. States have to make sure they implement their fiscal responsibility and public procurement law. Do you need a foreigner, the World Bank, America, or Britain, or France, to give you money to draft a law? Because at the end of the day, the law was even drafted by Nigerians, approved by Nigerians. Do you need anybody's money to implement a fiscal responsibility law at the state level, which you yourself has approved, your legislature approved, and your governor signed? Okay, let's go and face it. Let me give you a typical scenario. Government has borrowed so much money for girl child education in northern Nigeria. If you look at the figures, it could possibly be more than $5 billion. Now, have we moved an inch? Have the indicators improved? So we can't continue repeating the same mistakes, the same thing, and expecting different results. When you put this information about the specific projects in the public domain, we can begin to debate it. So what the statement from the Minister of Finance or wherever it came from stated is not true. They can borrow as soon as the approval is given. So particularly for the administration, we were expecting even at this midterm, because it's only 1 year they have left. 2027 will be no longer be for governance, it will be for politicking and elections. There were basic things we were expecting. One, I talked about education, I talked about health. Can anybody say the access to power electricity has improved? We were expecting investments, okay, in the grid, or reforms that will have made access to electricity much more affordable or more easier for Nigerians. Rather, we have increased costs, we have increased tariffs, but the power situation has not changed. We were expecting good roads and other infrastructure. Rather, we are not seeing that. The only thing we saw was just a highly political Lagos-Calabar coastal road. And the award of the contract did not follow due process. That was what the minister was on Arise the other day trying to explain, but his explanation was not sufficient. And out of 700 kilometers, you are just commissioning 30, and you're at midterm. So if you follow this trajectory, you may not do more than 6, you are maximum 100. So who do you leave it for? So in essence, if you look at the resources available to the administration, both at the federal and state level, they cannot justify why they are moving at such a snail, slow speed. There hasn't been commensurate investment in improvements in infrastructure or human resources following the bigger money available to them. But what I see is that they have increased the resources available in places where they can expend without public scrutiny. Service-wide votes. Go and look at it. So much money running into hundreds of billions and trillions have been left there. Maybe going to be managed between the Ministry of Finance and the presidency. And also, of course, the constituency monies available to legislators have increased. In fact, one legislator, somebody was writing the other day that none of them gets less than R1 billion in constituency votes. Where is the result of that investment? What are we seeing in the rural areas, in the constituencies where these legislators come from? So in essence, we haven't gotten a good deal. There's been no value for money. It is not about what they say, but what we, the Nigerians, feel on the ground. It is not about what Financial Times or an international agency writes. We did not elect you to report to Financial Times or the World Bank. We elected you to improve our living conditions. We elected you to give us access to water, give us electricity, give us good roads, improve our health, improve the education services. That has not happened. And in some instances, the indicators are going back. Okay, whether it is in the area of inflation, maybe anybody can say inflation has reduced because they changed the base year. They changed the methodology of calculating inflation. That's why it came down from around 33 to about 23 now. Okay, even in unemployment, they changed the methodology of calculating it that today nobody knows what the unemployment figures are. Okay, before we knew it was around 30-something%, and the unemployment has worsened. But if you look at their figures, they can tell you it's less than 5%. But everybody knows that cannot be true. So we are not thinking about figures being turned out, but we are talking about the practical reality for the majority of Nigerians.
That's a very, very dark reality, unfortunately, because as we have these conversations, that reality does exist. But I want us to shift conversations a little bit. As part of the relief measures, how would you assess the Tinubu administration's removal of the value-added tax on essential goods and services, meaning that food, education, healthcare are on the 0% VAT? Items like rent, public transport, renewable energy are VAT exempt. A policy analysis finding that these zero VAT essentials make up about 82% of an average household's consumption, a potentially significant buffer for low-income families. So in practical terms, how much impact will this VAT removal have on the lives of Nigerians? You expect it to noticeably reduce inflation or even ease the burden on customers? And looking at President Tinubu's broader tax reforms, the new fiscal policy framework, eliminating multiple taxation, would you say these moves set Nigeria on a better course compared to previous tax regimes?
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now, and the best.
I think we must differentiate between the process and the results. Like, for instance, some of them are still proposals in the tax bill still before the National Assembly. It's okay, you can get tax free up to 800,000. That's no big deal. If you look at the minimum wage, 70 times 12 is 840. That means that anybody on that minimum wage that can't even take anybody anywhere will still have 40,000 of his income tax in a year. Some of these things we are saying about removing VAT, some of them have been there before he came. Some others are simply being considered before the National Assembly. So yes, they may impact positively on the life of Nigerians. But what is the level of impact? What contribution has that VAT got into the adequacy of the standard of living of the average Nigerian? It hasn't got much. Even in terms of the economy we are discussing, you have to look at the economy as a holistic process and measure. You must link the economy up to with security. You can even see that our food baskets, like Benue, like Plateau, there's so much insecurity. The last inflation figures pointed out that Benue State had the highest inflation year on year and month on month. And this is supposed to be the food basket. And the food inflation is contributing a great deal to the inflationary spiral in Nigeria. So in essence, a lot of, it's not today I started following reforms. I recall I was in the university when Babangida came with his SAP, and we were told that for our today, that was around 85, 86, 83, 84, 85, 86. For our today, which was 84, 85, 86, for tomorrow, we are going to give up today then. And we are discussing 30-something years down the line. The same rhetoric is being used. It was used by Buhari for his own reforms. It was used by everybody. There is nothing clearly showing where we are going that is positive. Because you ask yourself, Ghana and other countries have gone through these reforms. Why is the Ghana shady about 13, 14, 15 to the dollar? And their own is 1,000 600. How are you going to recover? Can you imagine people who were doing pension funds? Okay, you have 10 million naira at the time Jonathan left. It was $50,000. Today, if you have 20 million divided by 1/6, check the figures. Okay, you don't even have up to. You don't even have up to 12 for $13,000 as against the 50,000 you had before. How can that be progress? I mean, this is you put people in a condition that they may not likely recover in their lifetime because the opportunity to earn income has not also been times by 8 from 200 to 160 is 200 times 8 is 16. You have not created the opportunities to earn income by 800%. So that people can be able to plan their life. I'm even telling you about people who are doing retirement savings, who are retiring. What is the value of the money that they have saved that has been totally brushed aside by the devaluation of the currency and high inflation? So if they were able to buy a $50,000 vehicle or house, today all they can afford is about $12,000 or $13,000 in actual income. So what has been done will take decades to turn around. And the economy needs to be growing about 7, 8, 9, 10% for us to come out of this. Not just the 3 or 4% we are witnessing. So we have the capacity to do a lot, but not much is in the pipeline.
All right, Mr. Onyekpere, I would like to kindly ask you to hold on while we go on a short break. We will return to you to continue the conversation.
Waiting now, they go short break for.
We're still on with Eze Onyekpere, who's an author, an economist, and a development lawyer, talking about the midterm assessment of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration. Thanks for waiting with us, Mr. Onyekpere. 2 questions before we begin to wrap up the interview. You made a reference to the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, and you made reference to the interview that he had on Arise, and you had issues with the manner in which the contract was awarded. But I'd like to remind you that part of what the minister said was that it was a selective bidding, and that they picked that for the first phase of the project out of the 3 options available. But that's not even where I'm going. I just thought I should remind you of what he said. 30% of the cost of that project, according to the minister, is what the federal government has made provisions for. The 70% he did say will be from loans, which they have not even gotten a dime from. My point, therefore, is for such a major legacy project like that, or the federal government, in 12 months, if they are still struggling to harness the loan component of that project, do you therefore think that it will be straightforward as far as the $21.5 billion plan, a borrowing plan for the next 2 years that the federal government has, that it will be a walk in the park? Many people think that it may not be so, that that's just an expression of desire. And at the end of the day, just like what is happening to the Lagos-Calabar, coastal road, the federal government may not even have access to getting most of these loans that they desire. I would like to have your thoughts on that. And secondly, perhaps more importantly, part of your submission was that there are no indications whatsoever towards progress in the last 2 years of the administration. And I'd like to ask you if you have read the Financial Times editorial of 4 days ago, which I think that the title had to do with Nigeria shock therapy. I'm sure that you will have seen it. Part of their submissions there, in addition to the fact that it's a mixed bag, kudos here and there, knocks here and there. Part of what they said is that halfway of Tinubu, Nigeria is in better shape than at any time in the past decade. And then they also added that Tinubu has stabilized the economy and laid the groundwork for a broader recovery. That's Financial Times, internationally celebrated financial newspaper, giving a submission of their appreciation of what is happening in the last 2 years. But here you are saying that not only are people not feeling anything, you say that there's not even pathway to progress. Why do you disagree with the submissions that are contained in the editorial of the Financial Times? Mr. Ezekwe.
I read the Financial Times probably before you, and I read it over and over again, and I couldn't see any substance. First of all, whose interest is Financial Times representing?
Bam.
My interest as a Nigerian? The interest of the poorest of the poor?
Bam.
Or African interest?
Bam.
Financial Times is saying simply that Tinubu has made it easier for foreign capital that comes into Nigeria to be repatriated.
Bam.
That's the interest of the West. That's the interest Financial Times represents. Financial Times is not talking about the poverty that was unleashed.
Yes.
Financial Times is not discussing about the insecurity. Financial Times is not discussing about having access to electricity for less than 4 or 5 hours a day, and then you being billed humongously. No, so what I'm saying in essence is that their major measure was that the stabilization of the economy for them was that they can easily repatriate capital and profits which they invested. And moreover, if you say for about a decade, you remember that this administration and the previous one, which is a decade, the Buhari administration, they are one and the same. It's the same political party. Okay, so it's a continuation because he supported the first one, and this time around he is also being supported. So in essence, if they say the economy is not in a better shape, where our exports can be cheaper so that we can export into the international market, because this is also part of the arguments they raise. That's why I'm telling you that these reforms are hanging. So what have the government done to improve our capacity to add value, to manufacture, to do services that are tradable, so that we can take advantage of the cheaper exports and imports that are now more expensive? Because this is all the argument about devaluation. If we are still selling crude oil and nothing more, then it makes no sense, because at the end of the day, you have not positioned yourself to take advantage of what has been done. Yes, I have supported the idea of removing fuel subsidy. But I didn't support the idea to be hanging. I was thinking that there were better avenues to spend that money, which will at the end of the day be in the overall interest of everybody. So get me right. I'm not saying fuel subsidy should have stayed. But how do you invest the proceeds so that everybody will be happy? Even while people are suffering, they say, okay, this has been taken away from us with the left hand. On the right hand, you have given us this. Even if it's not commensurate, at least we are holding something. What exactly are we holding to assuage the feelings of Nigerians? Now, back to the due process I discussed in the coastal route. Look at the Public Procurement Act of 2007. Open competitive bidding is the default mode. The other methods of procurement are called restrictive. They are restricted. And for you to deploy them, you must make a special case that justifies the use of restricted tendering. In essence, you use these bid methods where there are maybe is only that particular company that is in a position to deliver that service on those terms, or the technology strictly belongs to them. You understand what I'm saying? But this is a road construction that there are hundreds of companies that can do it. So you can't simply go and restrict. And if you are public to say, okay, you come and finance, build, operate, and transfer, these are things that can be competed for. Tens of companies will have brought their proposal and how they can source money to do it. But it was done nicodemously. So whatever justification he's bringing holds no water. The law is there. The law is clear. I thought he was going to cite sections of the Public Procurement Act. I watched him. He could not justify it using the existing law. It is not a discretionary matter for the Honorable Minister or for the Federal Executive Council. The Public Procurement Act supersedes whatever their discretion is. So in essence, once you get authority to borrow, it is left for you to move expeditiously to get money, or if you are not smart enough, you may not get money. But what I'm saying in essence, once you get that authority and you can put your acts together, you will always get money. Recalling what you said, the Financial Times has recommended that investors should come or people should come and put money. It may be easier for them at the international level from even commercial creditors for them to get loans. And then what happens? How do you deploy those loans? You come and deploy them through restricted tendering again. No information in the public sphere. That is what I'm worried about. I'm not saying don't borrow, but I'm saying borrow in such a way. Deploy the resources in such a manner that they can help us build capacity, build capital, so that if we were earning like say $10 billion a year, by the time we earn 20 and we borrow 2, it will be easy for us to from 20 bring out 2 or 3 billion and pay back, and then we are still comfortable. Exactly. But what I'm saying is that we'll borrow, we'll not see the process, and then we are still bound to pay, because whether you invest it well or not, it's not the problem of the creditor. At the end of the day, you must pay your debt. And debt is a first line charge. Okay? So that's even where the problem is. As you are making your budget, you under no condition will you default, because if you default, your credit rating will be downgraded and you suffer a lot. So once there is 1 billion coming in, they will definitely pay debt, pay salaries before they think of capital expenditure or any other thing.
All right, Eze Yekpere, we want to thank you for joining us on the morning show. Your submissions have been super. And of course, there will be another time.
The smile not genuine for you, journalist. See face, stoic. The man came, saw and conquered. I love his responses. Who does Financial Times, whose interest does Financial Times represent? Hey, I beg, Africa, people don't they wake up? Whose interest? Is it my interest? Is the Financial Times speaking for the poor people? I beg, Kenny, thank you for this video. I thoroughly gbaduned it. And you guys know me, I like, anywhere I see Barrister Darlington, that's it, it's over. Okay? So we're going to listen to Barrister Darlington. Brace up, brace up, brace up. Oh, sorry. I don't forget, say, I turn this thing down. I'm telling you, Kenny, very super. The guy came in, dicing everything. Oh my God, this was enjoyable. I dey like people when sabi, when they bring the truth forward unapologetically. Talk am. This is what people supposed to they do. Go there, embarrass use your answers to embarrass the journalists. Now only to collect envelope, they know. I beg you. The man came after him, had corn in his pocket. Of course. Now so that they talk now. Imagine Financial Times, International, a whole journalist in Nigeria. Whose interest are you serving? You are busy. See that before they start their show for Arise News, you'll see Oyibo people picture. Wait till Oyibo people picture they do for na gallery. Hey God. If they watch their foreign news, you see one black face. They see am for their gallery as they roll. Ha! God. Brainwashed human beings. They hate themselves so much they don't even know. Hatred for self. Everything why Oyibo na better. I beg. Eso no be a pepe. Exactly, Oriyomi. Financial Times he call. Financial Times he need. I beg me will listen to Barrister Darlington Jare with the violence. I beg.
We were paying 87 naira per liter for fuel under a PDP, abi? And the same PDP, we are paying subsidy on petroleum product that we are enjoying, 30 million liters per day, for 16 years. Nigerians, I want you people to help me here. For 16 years, PDP was paying subsidy for 30 million liters of fuel per day. When APC took over, the thing now ballooned to where it is today, about 1,800 or so, 1,800, 1,000. It hovered between 800 and 1,000. Now, the subsidy PDP we are paying, please, how much could it have been? Or are you telling me that between the 87 naira to where it is today, then the PDP was paying the difference as subsidy? It's not possible. No government anywhere in the world can pay that amount of money for subsidy. Even in US where they're paying, it cannot be more than $5 or $10 max. But APC came into office. Both the liter of fuel we are paying subsidy on a day went up as far as 68. It came down to 40 something, and now it's moving between 45 and 46 million liters per day. Meanwhile, with the hardship, people have stopped using their cars. In fact, they have sold their cars to survive, to pay school fees and rent and all that. There is less cars on the road. So, who is buying this fuel that it jumped to 40 something million liters per day? No accountability, no record, no data. You can see now. So imagine the difference of this subsidy. We are looking at almost 800 naira here. The difference. Now tell me, please, somebody use your calculator or your laptop. Multiply 800 naira per day. Multiply by 46 million liters per day. See how much this government is making per day from fuel. So whatever the government...
That was the question I asked. Apparently, there is more money in the system from fuel.
I am coming.
So the question is, who is paying this money?
Oh, hold on. No, we are... Listen very well, listen. Now, by the time you calculate, you now see that whatever the governors are getting is just a token, crumb from the table.
But are they getting more?
The real cash is somewhere. That is the truth.
Are the governors getting more?
I don't know.
Because they agree that they are getting more. And some of them are working.
How many people have agreed? How many people have agreed that they are getting this money? Even what they are getting is not commensurate with the fuel subsidy that you are paying, that you have removed. It's not commensurate. That's what I'm telling you here. So the money is like a token. The real money is somewhere that nobody has given account. Now let me tell you again. Just sometime early this year, last year, the National Assembly called the Minister of Finance and said, "Come, the fuel subsidy that we have been, let us know how much have you saved, and then how much have you been paying to our foreign debt and all that." Let us go and
okay, talking about foreign, the president just paid $3.5 billion.
I am coming. Let me to tell you that there's fraud somewhere. Now, immediately these people mentioned that particular incident or that issue. The Minister of Finance said, no, you cannot discuss that here. Let's go inside the room and discuss it. Till today, we didn't know or hear anything about it up till now. What does that tell you, Mr. Okoro? That means there is something that they are not telling us. So I don't believe that anybody is removing or paying subsidies somewhere. I don't believe it. I don't believe there is fraud going on there. That particular incident told me all I need to know. They could not come out and tell us that, yes, this is how much we have saved, this is how we spend the money. I remember when Abacha did it, he raised it from 11 naira to 14 naira. He created the Petroleum Trust Fund, is that not true? Headed by Buhari. Okay. Where that money was channeled into. Look at, just a difference of 3 naira. Look at what they did with it. In your fuel subsidy now that you are paying trillions and trillions, where is the evidence? That money should have been used as a buffer. Instead of you to go and borrow money again to cushion the effect of the subsidy removed, then it means that this subsidy money you remove is nowhere to be found. It just entered into oblivion. Because other people that removed subsidy before, that added money to the pump price of fuel, we saw what they did with it. Petroleum Trust Fund is there. In this particular case now, Tinubu, the fuel subsidy that you told us you remove, where is the benefit to anybody? Can you point at something now that yes, this is where this subsidy removal is going into?
So essentially, Barrister, you are of the opinion that there is nothing like fuel subsidy.
In fact, I have told you, I gave you an example with PDP. They were paying subsidy and Nigeria had life. Can't you get it?
Barrister, a few people were taking the money and putting it into their pocket.
The fact
people were pocketing the money.
The fact that they were paying subsidy.
Barrister,
and Nigeria had a life.
Are you aware that a certain individual in this country has been sent to jail by the EFCC on account of the fact that he was pocketing subsidy money? The son of the former PDP chairman. His son has been sent to jail by EFCC. So doesn't that tell you that it was fraud in subsidy?
Do you throw away the baby at the bathwater? No, tell me, is it the fact that PDP were paying subsidy?
No, they were paying subsidy. They were paying subsidy as well. They were paying subsidy. Now this president had the courage to say, look, enough of all this.
After the movie, what happened?
And the governors are getting more money. Even at the federal, at the center, there is more money.
No, that is the trick.
The FCT is getting more money. Look at what Wike is doing in Abuja.
That is the fraud. Mr. Okoro, instead of giving this money to governors that they don't know what to do with it, Tinubu should have channeled that money into all this that he wants to go and borrow money now for.
Barrister, he's building the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway.
I am telling you how this is done.
Barrister,
by now,
the president is building the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway.
And so what?
Okay. He's channeling the money there.
At what cost? 30 kilometers out of 700 kilometers. Is that what you are?
That's the starting point.
How
about the Lagos, the Badagry Sokoto?
How much?
How about the Badagry Sokoto?
Mr. Okoro, how much have we spent so far? No accountability. I am telling you what Tinubu should have done with this subsidy removal. That today people will be saying, yes, we are seeing it. Is that not true? Or that even a military head of state knows what to do, but Tinubu doesn't know. Rather, he was using that money to bribe governors to support him. Is that not what has turned out to be now? Yes, all these governments, we are getting more money. So what? What are you doing with it? Tinubu should have channeled that money into productive ventures. Where everything can hurry with benefit from it. That's what I'm saying. Not to use it to buy
ventures like what? Ventures like
good. This prepaid meter, this electricity tariff, this megawatt of electricity that we don't have. You should have used that money to make sure that those areas.
Hey, Barrister Darlington, always coming to shatter everywhere. Shatter everything. Don't send anybody, Papa. Come on. Una hear say that market when VDM go for nature market, right? Una know say after VDM come out for there, they go back. Hey God. I you. May not be like saying na me they talk. I'm gonna play that video. If I tell una say, I say now wow. Now wow, Nigeria. Una go people market claim say the people na like this that they do, na like this that they do. Una reach there, can't go back. Go they claim say one thing happen or so. I bet my plan to speak English today now. Chilling village style. Let me just play the video for you people. I don't know where the video can disappear go now. Ha! Yeah, Bami. Where are thou? Okay, there we go. We'll first start with this one. I'll first start with this one and I'll play the other one. Exactly, Kenny. May God. Charlie, welcome. Oh, Charlie, sorry, I know they look comments like that. Charlie, welcome. Oh, they are getting what they are getting when changing to dollar is still smaller in dollar terms. What the governors were getting during Jonathan's regime with subsidy. Yeah. More na double tap to like. Oh, continue to double tap. If you never like, Biko, double tap. Oh.
So I just saw this video from NAFDAC now, and it's very, very triggering.
It's
very, very triggering. I want you guys to see it. Before I go to I won't follow on the talk. Let's watch it.
The fines you are paying, this market, if you are going to work on control, is not fit for sales operation. As it is anymore. It's not fit. Based on our guidelines, okay, show me where's your window here? Where's your window? Window in this shop. Show me window in this shop.
No, there's no window, and it's not good for the drugs.
No, I'm asking for show me window in this shop.
Eh? Una not see that one the first go there.
Show me window in
these people, useless bunch of people.
Okay. Now, I just said that now for you to see. If this shop doesn't have window, this one doesn't have window. In our distribution guideline, every shop where medicine is to be sold must have cross ventilation. So tell me, are you in violation of that guideline or not? Yes or no? I want to know. Offense committed. Are you in violation of that guideline? Offense committed.
I'm going to play that video.
Are you people hearing me? Yes, sir. This thing I'm saying, 95% of people don't know.
And that offense is 2 million.
Can you imagine? They just come up with 2 million instantly.
These are the things we are trying to explain to people. And I'm here to show it. That's number one. Do you know how much that offense is? Chairman, how much is that offense under the investigative charges of NAFDAC? 2 million.
Any shop that I'm telling you,
yes.
I'm telling you 98% doesn't go in.
Ghana no see. Ghana no see.
So listen, these are the things I'm trying to explain to you. Before somebody will go to social media and be talking what he doesn't know.
Can you imagine?
The state governor they're going to talk everywhere.
Alright, so you heard that nonsense NAFDAC is talking about.
Complete
they went from
nonsense.
fake drugs. Before they say the reason why they lock them, say they see 1 trillion worth of fake drugs.
Exactly.
They saw 100 trucks with fake drugs in them. That's why they locked the market and started collecting 700,000 naira to open it. Now when I don't cast all the matter, all eyes on them. They are not looking for a reason to justify their extortion. Now they say now window. You see the country where we did. Say now window where the shop no gets. And their fine is meant to be 2 million naira.
Can you imagine?
2 million naira for fake drugs. To 2 million naira. Do you know what this means? It means that these people did not even see a fake drug. No fake drug anywhere. It's just pure extortion. Now you say somebody does not know what he's doing. They send me message. Then somebody will go on the media, say what he does not know. I know what I am saying. You people are extortionists.
Simple.
You people are pure extortionists. That's what you are. I don't know if not like this presidency, I mean Nigerian government now want to generate money by extorting traders. Because it is what it is. You went from fake drugs to that they don't have window. For crying out loud, Nigeria is the country where we did. See people they sell fake drugs, they make you lost shop. Now you say now window, and the fine for not having window is 2 million naira. You didn't state this thing from the onset. That is window that they don't have. Now you know say now window. After they don't catch you now. So now the extortionist. When I asked you for evidence, show us the evidence of the fake drugs that you got from them. Prosecute the people that were selling the fake drugs. It's no problem. Because you cannot tell me, say now over 5,000 shops they sell fake drugs. Make I believe. And like I said, nobody's supporting people selling fake drugs. If you get the people selling fake drugs, you prosecute them. Because you don't have anybody to prosecute, because you did not arrest anybody with fake drugs, you're coming out to say it is a fucking window.
Exactly.
Very soon the people will arise. Don't they get to that point? Everything is beginning to be exposed. I know you people wanted to do it codedly. I just say when I go arrest somebody, these people, can you imagine? They went to the market to go and arrest one of the people in the video, saying I ain't bring me come. Let me tell you people who sent me to that place. The security operative. One security operative. Now one security operative. Say very that man, you don't see what they happen for Anambra. NAFDAC. People you always campaign for, get NAFDAC number. See what they are doing. I went there, I saw proof. Everybody with receipts.
of what they paid. Already, you people have made over 700 M. Because if all those people are paying 700,000 and over 1,000 shops, you people later posted that it was over 2,000 plus shops that were opened. Now it's his window. Now it's his window. Now it's his window. The people will arise very soon. And this government, now better be careful. Now they push people to the wall. If people are doing it, you reach point, now they call me outsider. You call me outsider in my country, Nigeria, because I went to expose you. You people call me an outsider. Say that they should not let them push them with an outsider. And I mean, you call outsider for country, my country.
Attire.
It is now window. Anyways, they said they've started opening the shops back, which is good. I am happy when I done the correct small. Do you understand? And I am happy I went to that market because I know for the fact that if I didn't post this thing, if I didn't go there, if I didn't create this awareness, there is more years to come, maybe 2 years, 3 years, and I will do the same thing.
Yeah.
But I will do the same thing. And to the people that are selling in that market, I beg, wanna go get window. Before they come again, they don't start. You please just open a window somewhere. And please don't sell fake drugs. Don't be desperate to sell fake drugs. Because there's no way people where they did. Some people did get to sell fake drugs. 100%. But I beg, for the lives of others, please. And as for NAFDAC, people are extortionists. I say it 1 million times.
Thieves! Barawos! Oyi!
Hello?
Oyi! 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 Extortionist is a fancy word. Oyi! Barawo! Now they be. Thieves! They wanted to set them. You know, this is why I keep saying every Nigerian needs to be an activist. When I talk this, it be like say, for that market now, they need to find people need to get mind now to come out, even if now 1 or 2 people when go they push for certain things. I'm telling you, because this is ridiculous. So wetin this NAFDAC people do now to go extort those people for money. Come to find out, even the drugs when they claim say now, not be fake drugs, now foreign drugs they be. Can you imagine that? They were not even fake drugs. They were do people sell fake drugs? Absolutely. We know that in Nigeria. But punish those that are selling the fake drugs. Let them know that, okay, this is your fine for, and shut down their shops. No, you go bow. People, when they sell those fake drugs, they go pay them. They go collect money for their hand. They go leave them and they continue. This is how evil-minded this government of Nigeria is. Let me play the next video.
Imagine. But my country will never cease to amaze me. Nigeria no cease to amaze me at all. Alright, so first of all, say NAFDAC don't open Ogbogu market, the drug market in Onitsha, that they've opened it. That's number 1. But number 2, some of the persons in the video with me, when I went to the market to make that video, they say, I just got the news that NAFDAC have been arresting them one after the other.
Can you imagine?
That it is them that invited me to the market.
Imagine.
Can you just imagine? Can you just imagine? Can you just imagine? NAFDAC, you have lost all your credibility.
All.
You have I don't know how you move from drug law. From drug law to the catch people where they sell fake drugs to extorters and oppressors. All the people you arrested, please release them. It is me that went there to make videos. I don't know nobody in that video. I don't know anybody for that video. Anybody that have my number there, it is there. I collected their number. Now when I go to Ogbogu, I collect their number. I didn't know anybody before going to the market. Release them and arrest me. If I dey come country now, arrest me. Now me you get problem with. Now me cast you now. Arrest me so that I will not go to court. Then I'll now bring proof that people are extorters.
Thieves!
People took advantage of your offices to extort these traders. They pay you and say they cast you now.
Yes.
Is it not a shame? That you claim, say, you lock people shop because they sell fake drugs. Later, you tell the same people to pay 700,000 naira to open those same shops. First of all, you went from, oh, we saw 1 billion worth of narcotics and waiting with the story.
Yeah, trillion.
Then you people went on to say, oh, you saw 100 trucks of fake drugs. Yesterday now, I'm seeing a video that you said, oh, they don't have windows, so the fine is 2 million naira. You see the country where they come from. If I am coming to Nigeria, arrest me. I mean, nobody is above the law. Nobody big past government, so you can arrest me. Do you understand? But here's the thing. Why are we always talk? Do you understand? The reason why we talk is when we now see an institution, organization under the government that is beginning to act stupid, that is beginning to act as an oppressor, extorter, we will talk. We will talk. We will talk. Again, now that money people were collecting now, I say I'm NAFDAC project. That's why you're sending it to. And I know you them through the federal government, the remitter accounts.
Exactly.
Remitter. Why did you go through remitter? So all those money now where you gather, how are we going to do as Nigerians? Okay, this is how much government got. But that's where EFCC is supposed to come in. But what do those ones do? What's EFCC do? They carry boys for road. Oh, we lock 100 boys today. This kind of matter, EFCC are supposed to investigate. To say, okay, yes, who are the people behind this? Who are the people behind this? But no, they will not say nothing. What do I expect them to say?
They work hand in hand for Baba.
But NAFDAC, I am disappointed. I feel betrayed that I once believed in NAFDAC. It's so sad that I follow the people where they campaign. They'll go get NAFDAC number, go do this, go do that. It's really sad. It's really sad. Please go and release those people that you arrested. I don't know them. As a matter of fact, the person that gave me this information, I didn't know anything was going on in Obogu. Now one paid, tell me. I didn't know nothing was going on in Obogu. Now one paid, tell me for my DM. Say, very dark man, this is what is happening. This I shall come and do your investigation. That was why I came to Obogu. I don't know anybody for Anambra. One human being I didn't know in Anambra. I took a flight. I just asked question, how will I get to Anambra fast? They said, okay, go from Asaba. When I got to Asaba, I saw the people that were in Asaba market, Asaba airport. Did I come with anybody? There's no security, nobody. I just entered car. From there, Siena, for that matter. People are surprised. I just entered, boom, I reached there. When I got to the market in Obogu, said, the first person didn't believe is, now I'm very dark man, come there. He told me, very dark man, what's up? I say, fine. I go front. He then turned on him that, oh, now very dark man be this. Now when he start to the shout, where people go, very dark man, they come gather. Now there, we ask question. All of them were in uniform with their voice. Nobody was saying it's a lie. No. Next thing, everybody brought receipts of what they have paid before they allowed them to open their shops.
Okay.
Now you are arresting people saying I didn't bring me. So you are not even ashamed. Say they catch you now, they extort. You are pissed at the person that invited the person that made them catch you people. And the country where would they be that? That's the country we are living in. But may God help us. Nigeria is going to be great, oh.
Yes.
Nigeria will be great.
Yes.
It's time.
Whether they like them or not, it's time.
Nobody believe in that country, which means time.
It's time. Yep.
It's time.
That's true. It's time.
And the chairman of that market, bros, please go closer to your people. I don't want to talk much, but go closer to your. I know what I don't hear. Just go closer to your people. There's no money on earth that you will make that is better than the brotherly love where you will share. And the moment you share with your people, that's the only thing I will tell you. Anything where you feel okay, yes, you won't gain. Now all these things are material things. All these things are material things, bro. You can do things well in that market, you will still chop. That's only what I can tell you. I know they accuse you of anything, but just... Anyways, peace and love, don't play. If you play, don't learn, you will learn the hard way.
God go bless you, VDME. God go bless. Now the one you know, now you they do so. Yeah? Now the one where you know, now you they do. Payday, they come for everybody. Now so. Hey. Holy Mary, I'm telling you, that's all they want to do. They just want to collect money. That's all they care about. Thieves, all of them. Barawu, Oyi. I beg, can I play the next video?
This particular government is weaponizing poverty. may call me a conspirator, you may call me anything, and that is why we are in this alliance, to make sure we don't allow them to continue weaponizing policy. Of course, one of our star conspirators is Governor Rotimi Amici. Therefore, we are here to wish you many happy returns of the day, and we will continue to conspire with you to make sure we minimize poverty and we don't use state machinery to weaponize poverty. I thank you very much. God bless.
All this coalition, whatever it is that they are doing, if Peter Obi not there, sorry, forget. So let me see. You get another video when I won't play for now. Just see her now.
No, you told us that change is gradual. You mean after 10 years of APC governance, we are not supposed to see their change, Abi? After 10 years. But when they were not, they told Nigeria that the fuel subsidy was a scam. They removed it. Nigeria went 50 years backwards. No, tell me, what have they brought on the table? They're supposed to at least, if they don't know what to do, they leave us where they met us. Nigeria had an economy before APC came into office. What was the exchange rate? How much were we buying fuel? Even when the PDP was paying fuel subsidy, how much were we buying fuel? Now they have taken our back 50 years back, and somebody is defending it. Somebody is defending this thing that Tinubu is doing. I mean, look at it yourself. Okay. No, the right is no. This is why we allow APC to destroy our lives. They came here with propaganda, and some gullible Nigerians bought it. And with what is going on now, some people see how the audacity to defend it. On what ground? I ask you here, what mention one policy that has worked.
He said the Minister of Interior is doing well.
Please,
he heard him say the FCT Minister is doing a lot of projects in Abuja. That is part of this administration, part of the President's cabinet.
Let them purge themselves of the criminal allegation on their head. Then what Wike is doing in River State in fact, it has rubbish whatever he's doing in Abuja.
Who has criminal allegation on their head?
He said what?
Who are you talking about?
When Betedu came up, did you not hear the men of Tunji Ojo mention?
Oh, it's Better Edu's case.
Yes.
You're saying.
His name came up now. And the company that he said that he had left for the wife was involved. So what are you saying? We can call all he did in River State. Has anybody proved it? Because Tinubu have seen him now as the man Friday. So please let nobody tell me that's crap. None of them. That was why they didn't got appointments.
So Barrister, can we dwell on President Bola Tinubu's administration, not the entire 8 years of APC? I want us to dwell on President Bola Tinubu's administration and achievements currently. He's the current president.
His own administration is the worst. The fuel subsidy he removed has plunged Nigeria into darkness 50 years behind.
Was he the one that removed fuel?
He was the one. After all, Buhari did not put a gun on the head. All the other thing that Buhari did proper. Why have you not improved on them?
So, Barrister Darlington, talking about Buhari, Oshomole made a statement, former Edo State governor and senator. He said that the current president, Tinubu's administration, inherited badly mismanaged Nigeria from Buhari.
These people are always very clear.
That they inherited an economy that was in shambles. But now that you're saying you're making it look like it's same APC administration, are we going to judge it based on same party system, or we're going to judge it on individual?
Hold on. Tinubu told us that when he comes, he will continue where Buhari stopped. On what basis now will you not exonerate Tinubu from Buhari's government? He said it himself. So what is the excuse now? And he has continued according to his word.
But Barry said they inherited a very badly managed
I don't know.
It will take time for things to
I don't know. He has not told us.
Oshomole is saying it now. I'm telling you, Barry.
Let Tinubu come out. Hold on. Let Tinubu come out and probe the person that destroyed the economy. Then I will take him serious. Yes. Let him call him out. After all, after your service now, you are no longer above the law. You are finished service, so come and answer for what you did in office. If Tinubu is serious, if you want me to believe him, let him come and probe the man that destroyed the economy. Since somebody is there in Abuja defending him. I wanted him to tell me what single thing they have done that impacted in the life of Nigerians. One single thing. I mean, look at it. With all the money they have made, they promise. Look at where the electricity is. With all the money they have made, the money they are sucking from us, we are still struggling with 5,000 megawatts. Struggling. No improvement after 10 years. So what are you not telling me?
Barrister, the State House is diverting to solar panel. That's all Nigerians,
that is an improvement.
Divert to solar panel. But the question is, how many Nigerians will be able
afford
to afford
So this question should go to the man in Abuja. That if Asoro cannot pay electricity bill, is it the other Nigerian that will pay? The man that is defending them in Abuja, I wish he's in this studio now, so that we not drag this thing out properly. No, you should ask Tinubu. So if you cannot pay electricity bill, how do you expect Nigerians to pay? A very big indictment on his own. And you are telling me the church is gradual what? If you are preparing to run mad for 25 years, when exactly are you going to run mad? Every year, I will go mad though. I will go mad though. Go mad. 25 years, you are still trying to go mad.
Barrister Darlington.
And let me state it plainly. It is your own Minister of Works and your Federal Controller of Works who is now thwarting the Renew Hope agenda by pushing a diversion that bypasses the gazetted alignment. A diversion without...
We already heard this video last time, so... Hey, how many of you saw the video with Ame and Afebwa? Where they were talking about... he said the members of the APC live in an alternate universe. Make I play that video for now. We'll go soon wrap this thing up. Oh, sorry, it's on mute.
Now let's continue our look through that open window at 2 years of the Tinubu administration. Halfway through his first presidential term, the middle-of-the-road assessment from a coterie of independent analysts appears to be something hovering around a C grade, with big ideas and a bold vision at the outset, a small number of successes, small steps in the right direction, a considerable number of missteps, and plenty still to prove. On the political front, he's been attacked over his actions in River State, the declaration of a state of emergency there, as well as what many believe to be moves to consolidate a one-party state, and all those igniting fierce debate over the scope of the president's executive powers. Meanwhile, he's managed to keep his opposition opponents on their heels with a stupendous flurry of defections. So how much has Mr. Tinubu become a threat to the very democracy he swore to nurture and protect?
If you've been injured in a car accident, don't call an attorney. Use this
President Tinubu's midterm scorecard. I'm joined now in the studio by the political commentator, former Edo State Commissioner of Information and former Edo State governorship aspirant, Prince Kasim Afebua, who's a leading member of the ruling APC, and by the National Secretary of the Coalition of United Parties, or CUPP Chief Peter Ame, who is a former presidential candidate and is a chieftain of the opposition Labour Party. Gentlemen, thank you very much indeed for coming in. Thank you. And let me start with you, Prince. What sort of impact has President Tinubu had during his first 2 years in office? Quite an impact, for good or for bad, or very little impact?
Well, very good impact, because following the president's speech yesterday, he did make the point that it is not yet who, and he thanked Nigeria for their patience, understanding with him that he needed to take very hard decisions, decisions that people shied away from before now, and he's happy that those decisions are coming to fruition, and there's some level of stability in the economy of the country. There's still much left to be done.
That we they hope for.
All the optics, but essentially, we have seen his determination and commitment to confront the problems, staring us in the face with equanimity of purpose. And that is the hallmark of very sound leadership when it comes to tackling issues or challenges confronting the nation.
Mr. Ame, Chief Ame, I should say, let me come to you. Coming off the back of what Prince Afebua is saying, I mean, we saw an article that many people thought was very balanced in the Financial Times just recently. Many international analysts who have no stake in Nigeria, but who are good economic assessors, are saying that Mr. Tinubu has managed to remove the structural, or at least tackle the structural distortions that were
hamstringing Nigeria's economy. Do you agree with that assessment?
No, I don't. When you look at the liberal economic principles and policies that eventually affect the downtrodden, you know that this ground. Let me tell you one thing. At the time the president came, a liter of fuel was 197 naira. It's about 1,000 today. Ground. Let me tell you one thing. At the time the president came, a liter of fuel was 197 naira. It's about 1,000 today.
Yeah, that's because he removed the
because he removed the fuel subsidy without plan, without policy direction. Yeah. It was an impromptu decision that was not well thought out. Because you need to have a policy, then you need to have a plan, and how to cushion the effect of those policies removal. So you have a situation when the president came in, because if you have a robust manifesto when you're coming into office, you have step-by-step process on how to implement this manifesto. There was no step-by-step process. It's just like every other policy statement that the president had made, and none of them have been seen through. When the president said he was going to till 500,000 hectares of land across Nigeria, none of that he has done. So you can't be living on the whims and caprices of the president's statement. Every time he wakes up, he says one thing, and we need to follow, and we remain hopeful. The economic system today, the ordinary masses in the street are not seeing any improvement. They are suffering for the high transportation costs as a result of the fuel subsidy removal. That transportation cost is also affecting goods and services, because the transport is a connecting network that to tell you how much the number of goods you are bringing, the services that are coming to your site. So this has affected the whole entire structure of governance in this country, both economic and political. Right. So they are creating an alternative universe, and then know that Nigerians are not feeling it, because if government is working in 2 years, Nigerians will be on the street.
Right. Okay, let me come to you, Prince, because I can see you're chuckling away there. Clearly, coming off the back of what Chief Ame is saying, Nigerians have not been born into a glorious new dawn, sort of full of promise and renewed hope, like you suggested. I mean, the economists may be sitting in their offices and saying, okay, well, this is a good way to do this and that, and you've kind of put some new balance to this and that and so on. But when you come to think of it, in the real world, which is what Chief Ame is saying, people are trapped in worsening insecurity, deepening poverty, collapsing infrastructure. Electricity is still bad. Poverty is getting worse. What's your reaction to that?
It'll be suicidal for you to make such a generous conclusion on the points you raise. You see, I am not going to be surprised if Ahmed didn't speak in this manner, because typical of Nigerian opposition, they know how to grandstand. But address the critical issues based on alternative viewpoints, it becomes a problem for them.
Hello, my name is Adam Ferrari, the Chief Executive Officer
for their alternative policy formation in terms of even suggestions or ideas that can help deepen conversation around governance in this country.
Yeah, but they're not the ones in power. You're the ones in power. It's you whose 2 years are being examined.
Exactly. They are part and parcel of the Nigerian system, and if they have the interest of the people at heart, they should be telling government or other institutions of government that this policy would have been better and all that. Because government naturally...
Well, they have, in fairness to them, and I don't mean to interrupt you, they've made the point consistent that the issue is not the removal of subsidy.
Charles, I like
this
thing when you do
it. You could have staggered it. You could have made it less problematic for people, but you found ways to cushion it.
Exactly.
They have made that suggestion.
You see, that is a matter of opinion from those who do not understand the workings of government. Let me tell you, we must commend President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for taking that bold decision from the first day of being sworn into this office, into the office. Don't forget that Peter Obi, the candidate of his party, talked about immediate removal of subsidy when he was campaigning, except he never meant it. Atiku Abubakar, PDP, talked about immediate removal of subsidy, except he didn't mean it. Now, if President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has taken the bull by the horn by dropping subsidy and ensuring that we confront the problems thereafter, it means that he wants to put the hardest of decisions in the front burner, so that one way or the other he could provide solutions to it. Now, if he has waited for 2 months, 3 months, all the economic predators and buccaneers who were feasting on subsidy will have derailed the entire process, and perhaps he'll still be genuflecting in terms of taking the right decisions on the issue of subsidy. Now, more money. I want opposition, politicians and those who are prepared to think that they want to come and preside over the country to be interrogating the resources that are going to the states. Because we now have more education being given to the states.
In fairness to you, that's a good point.
Yes, and in that way, we want to see what these monies are translating to, because it's a tripartite arrangement: the federal government, the state, and the local government. Yeah. And so that way, we will be able to do some level of collaboration and cooperative system that will encourage and ensure that life becomes better for
the fact remains that you're the people in power. It is also you have the power of the government, you have the power to regulate things, you have the executive power with the police and everything to be a check and balance on any excesses in the country. So it actually falls on you to do those.
Charles, let me tell you something. You know the problem that somebody was discussing with me today and said Nigeria has failed. I said no, it is not the country that has failed. It is Nigerians who are in the country, because
you have failed. Your government
serious attitudinal reorientation of minds amongst us, and people and people like him, they should do things that will add value to what government is doing, not necessarily just criticizing for the sake of criticism. Right. Okay. If you carry out constructive criticism, constructive engagement, collective bargaining, yes, I'll see many.
You are trolling your baba now.
Give a blanket condemnation, it becomes a problem. Okay. And this same subsidy issue has given right to CNG vehicles. There are electric vehicles now to speak, and so infrastructure in terms of road construction has given.
Let me pause this for a minute. And he say, can Nigerians not Sri Lanka by me and his honorable government? That's what we are expecting, but nobody has come forward. So now 2027 we dey focus unless that one change, I don't know. Maybe something will happen between now and I don't know. But right now, Nigerians are beaten down. Like they are down. The morale is low. Okay? Bami ran away with the bully in his personal pocket. And you are trolling Bami now. You are trolling your Baba. You are trolling. Oh my goodness, that's so funny.
Transportation and all of that. So if all of this come to materialize at the end of the day, given their timeline, then life will become better for the ordinary
Indeed, and let me put that to you, Chief Ame, because in addition to the things that he has said, inflation appears to be stabilizing, prices appear, and I emphasize the word appear, to be coming down, food prices appear to be coming down, petrol is now said to be below 900 naira per litre when it was much higher than that. Are you doubting what they're saying? Are you having problems with those statistics, or you disagree with them?
I disagree with him in a lot of statements he has made. He has tried all the best to try to blame the opposition. There's no candidate in this country. Let me tell you something. If you go to just Twitter handle of Peter Obi, there's enough advice for people in government.
Exactly.
You know that there's enough advice. When it comes to how to use the arable land we have to invest in farming and take away the level of poverty that our country are currently facing, there's enough advice coming for him. Look, the current opposition that we're playing is a position played by sense. But whatever statistics they are put before you, as the dropping of stable food, which I found very funny, when the president actually listed that part of his achievement, it's very embarrassing. As I'm talking to you, our borders have been opened up to bring rice from Thailand and all other countries, now affecting the local farmers.
Actually, that's a good point.
And it's going to destroy local farmers.
We had somebody who represents 30,000 farmers who came in here and made the point that they're making now.
Of course, keep political point that stable food has dropped, and you are importing and destroying local economy. And you look at the road of the state coastal highway to Calabar, it's only 4.3% of that road has been done, which is about 30 kilometers. How are you going to do the next 670 kilometers? That will take 23.5 years to complete it. We have to do it every 2 years.
No, my chassis. Now that's why they get problem. But at least they push back today.
Perception index. Perception index over 180. The human performance index is about 161 to 189. None of this data is reflecting the reality that he's talking about. Nigerians are suffering. The day the president removed fuel subsidy, the price of transportation dropped over 200%. I have people working with me who earn 100,000 naira, who earn 70,000 naira. Today that money is useless to them. Because if you live in Suleja, if you live in Massacre and you come to Central Area to work, you can no longer benefit anything except you are sleeping in your workplace. A lot of Nigerians are going through that, and they don't have the authority and to be able to advise the president that things have gone bad. Right. And they are busy trying to make the president feel that it's working. Whatever the presidents have listed, they are just an issue of items.
Okay, let me get you to react to that before we move on to something else.
Thank you very much. On a lighter note, even saying Ame and myself, you know that the opposition are the one enjoying more than myself.
What exactly are you referring to?
No, look at our sizes. When they shout like this, they still go around the system and they make some.
Well, that's not fair.
But let me make it point.
It's not fair.
Wait. Let me make my point. You see, when you are confronted with economic problems, you look for solutions, and one of them is even looking for how to build more infrastructure. And when you talk about the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road, I'm shocked that a man with your mindset and with your orientation will even complain about that. What you should be thinking is, will Mr. President be able to finish this economic road, 750 kilometers? We'll rather encourage him to finish it in record time.
Why should you encourage him?
Or 7 years of his administration
to
finish
God?
it to add value to our economic well-being. And as we speak now, thousands of artisans are working on site. Thousands of skilled laborers and unskilled laborers, all of them, they are working. And they're taking home something at the end of the day to improve their well-being. So it is very convenient for the opposition to just criticize for criticism's sake. Oh, Lagos Coastal Road, if you don't venture into it, who will venture into it? Eco-Atlantic, that was what they said when the man was trying to arrest the drift of the ocean into Victoria Island. He was going to swallow it up. And the man took the bull by the horn and ensured that he was able to arrest that drift. And today, Eco-Atlantic is almost like, an El Dorado kind of, in terms of property, in terms of even the layout, in terms of environmental, stability. So for me,
I want to buy your house. I can pay you cash for your house no matter what condition it's in.
Dorado, English. Nigerians are English.
Also look at the economic value in every government policy. I am not going to sit down here and you tell me I should condemn Lagos Calabar Coastal Road. I want that road to be completed in record time. And I will celebrate it to high heavens that there's a government who was able to produce 750 kilometers of road, dual carriageway from Lagos to Calabar. If you are waiting for airtime, you can enter that road 5 hours, 6 hours.
Yeah, most people would be happy to have that road built.
So,
as long as all the other roads in Nigeria are also
built. They are all 46,000 square kilometers of federal roads. None of them is working. People are traveling every day. Let me just like deeper conditions. Let me tell you about Lagos Calabar Coastal Way.
In fairness, Dave Umahi, who's the Minister of Works, is doing a heck of a lot of work. We've seen the
That's what he's supposed to do.
On this station, I don't know.
They still have problems, but they're working on it.
Let me not lose my point. You talk about Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway. The problem is how was that budget appropriated? Was it through the National Assembly? That project is done in secrecy, without transparency, without accountability. There was no even economic impact assessment done on those projects. And these are facts facts. These are things you can confirm from anywhere. We can't be running government that's supposed to be open, an open government that we are preached so that we can cut corruption. And that's why our corruption perception index is still very high. Because you can't have a government who comes and says it's going to do 700 kilometers of coastal highway. We don't know what the budget is like. The National Assembly have not sat on it and appropriated, which is even against our laws, our constitutional process for approving money for projects. Right. No, it's the truth. No. These are facts that are there. You cannot tell me that. No, I know when I was asking a question about the impact assessment report that could not be provided. See, let's leave all this and go back to the street and let's ask the common man, how is he faring? Exactly. Is he faring well?
I can certainly answer that for you. He will say he's not faring well.
He's not faring well. And let me.
But the president himself has admitted that things are not where he wants them to be.
We are beyond that. The man is in the place of authority. He should be proactive and act and best way to be able to resolve this conflict.
Okay. Well, you've spoken quite a bit. Chief Ame, just very quickly, because we have to round up very quickly.
Charles, I listened to Umahi today on Arise TV.
Dave Umahi,
the Minister for Works. And when you lack knowledge about a process, it is not out of place for you to ask questions. He said the Lagos-Calabar Highway has 30% buy-in of federal government in terms of resources. 70% belongs to the private handler of that particular road. So, and he gave a reason, a rationale for even conceding that contract to the restrictive bidding of high-tech. So, if you don't agree with that, it's understandable. But for you to say that there was no procedure, we have
to move on from this.
It doesn't have to be competitive. It has to be transparency.
We've literally got 2 minutes left. Do you see more uncertain times ahead for Nigeria, or do you concede anything that the president said that we've essentially passed the worst and we're going to start seeing greater benefits in the months and years ahead?
I think it should be beyond words. His actions we should speak louder than what he said.
Well, he said it's going to happen in the next few months.
Because he said that when he started in May 2023, he hasn't done anything much, and the next will be more of politics.
So you're not convinced then?
No, I'm not convinced. There be more politics than politics.
Let me say this to you, Prince. Yes. Someone described the administration as being, in fairness, a member of the opposition, as being in many ways like a rocking chair. A lot of movement, but it hasn't gone very far. Is that how you see it?
I don't see it that way, because typical of opposition, they are usually prophets of doom. They will never see any light, anything positive, and they think that is how to play opposition. We agree that opposition is an integral part of the democratic process, but for God's sake, when a government is taking certain actions, you reel out quite a number of statistics here. That is the reality. If Financial Times, who is not involved, or that's not involved in whatever that is happening here, is giving, some level of assurances that things will improve better, then we should also celebrate. Right. And it is not in our business to continue to downgrade government and rubbish government and all that, because the ultimate beneficiary of whatever actions we carry out are the people.
Okay, we're out of time virtually. Chief Ame, some analysts have scored including international analysts, have scored the administration a C in the last 2 years. What would you score the administration?
I think see, look, over 10,000 persons have died.
So, I just need your score, and then I've got to go. I need your score. A, B, C, D, E, or F.
Sincerely, this government has failed. I should give them F.
On that note, I want to thank both of you. I want to thank both of you very much indeed. Prince Kasim Afebua is.
Oh, my people. Oh my goodness, this is wild. Comfort, welcome, Bami F9. F9 with eye, nose, everything here. Hey, God, I beg you. Tinubu's government is a bankrupt one. The guy does not know what he's doing. He's just grasping at everything. It be like person when they direct, they'll say, Baba, move to the right. You go move to the right. Baba, move to the left. You go move to the left. I'm telling you, the guy there's no direction. You see, he's just there to just thief money, that's all. And then all his lackeys around him just throw bone at each of them. That's all he's doing. Look at when Akpabio was talking today. I didn't listen to it. He dey smile like this thing for. I just look. I said, look at all these people, conglomerate of baboons. Nothing to show for it. Nothing. You dey celebrate food. Petrol when it dropped from 900. When was it? How much was petrol per liter before you got there? You raise it all the way up. You are not bringing it down in trickles. You are saying they should come and praise you. You think you are smart. The other one is talking about, the government is doing the right. What thing are they doing that is right? If they're doing anything correctly, it will reflect in the lives of people. The streets will come out and be singing your praises and say, we are enjoying, we are doing this, is happening to us. Oh my God, we really appreciate this. That's what the street will be saying. But the street ain't saying nothing. The street is crying. They are screaming. They are in tears. They are in pain. Anyway, my people, Be like say I go leave una for now. I just say make I play come this side, come talk to una small. So we go dey talk am another time. We'll carry the matter talk another time. So thank you everybody for joining me. Annie, thank you. Comfort, thanks for stopping by. Kene, Madam Luke, thank you very much. Tracy, thank you very much. Oriyomi, who else was here? Holy Mary, welcome. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. I go see you now. My next one, Sha. I never know when. No, perhaps maybe sometime tomorrow. Rosezi, thank you all. I will see you now on the next one. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful. You too, Annie. Thank you. All right then. Bye.